Hi everyone, I'm Winnie, not the Pooh, and welcome to my channel. My channel is about what I am going through in my life and what I learned from them. And today I want to share a little bit of different topics about my first Eve fanfest. For those who don't know me, I am not really a game player. I don't really play video games, but I have a boyfriend that he has this fan fest in Iceland to attend, and so I decided to go with him. And luckily, that one of his friends decided not to come, so there's a spare ticket so I could join the fan fest. And what I know before fan fest happening, I already know that Eve Online is a game that my boyfriend played a lot, and he has Corp, and there is Alliance, and I know it's a game that is based in space, but in terms of like the scale of the game, it's mind-blowing. When I actually went to FanFest, there are so many players there, and it's such a big event, and everyone's so passionate about the game, and I thought it was so cool. He also had me and his like corp dinner, and so I got to know a few of his friends that he played the game really closely with. And I also learned during this time that like it's almost like it says corp, like corporate, like that you have to like work with a lot of people, and the scale of this like association is like actually bigger than some of the small company. And like you also have like politics in there. Like a lot of people told me that the thing that enjoyed the most about the game is actually this like politics and like how like make friends. And it's just really fascinating that also in FanFest, I went to the welcome ceremony. They really clear about their proposition that this is a game that you make friends and you learn to work with others and you build something together. And some of the players also told me that they have to build this infrastructure and architecture within the game that sometimes they can use as their project to demonstrate to their clients of like what is a skill set that they have. And like it's just so interesting. And there is not only Eve Online, there's Eve Vanguard and Eve Frontier. Frontier is still, I think, still in developing phase. In the FanFest, in one of their panel, they say that they are open source and they use Python, and I am a Python coder, so I was like, I definitely need to check out how it works. And they also have hosted a hackathon, and I talked to one of the person participated. You actually have a lot of like API codes in there as a tech girl. I love this idea. Like a game that you can actually learn all this and read their code and stuff. And I almost feel like if I get to play and then I get to dig into and learn more about this, maybe could be a game developer one day myself. And so that is something that I'm really impressed about, and something that I'm super interested in. We also met someone in the place that he told us that he know my boyfriend, and he come with us, and he say that he also bring his girlfriend. His girlfriend know nothing about Eve Online, but as he took her last year, she's more interested in and find it fascinating, and is just really enjoying the time like more and more. So he brought her again this year, and from the sound of it, she also enjoyed it very much like I do. And if it's such a beautiful game as well, you got to talk to the artists in the art corner and see how they like approach this project and like build something so beautiful. And on the big screen they also display the battles there, and I was like so impressed and fascinated by that. I asked my boyfriend like, is it how he actually see when he's playing the game and having the battle? And he said yes, it's actually what he see. And it's so pretty, and like how they talk and things is just really like interesting. And like a lot of people from the sound of it, that because it's a game that you pretty much have to work like someone in a company. Like I say, the scale of the alliance and corp is bigger than some of the small company. It takes a lot of time, but I gonna try it out and like see it anyway, at least the code part. Or if you want to know more about Eve, like I also find it really fascinating that they actually have a history. It's a game with a history, everyone.
Stuff in World War E. This was the first one, but because I was working I didn't take too much part in that. But basically we had these casinos, like player-run casinos, where you could bet flex and isk and stuff, and they became so big that they funded a massive war against the Imperium. They paid everyone else in the game to come together into something called the Money Badger Coalition to fight the Imperium and kick them out of the north, and it succeeded. So after that they moved down to where they were until recently in Delve.
Oh, that's what the super capital is deploying.
Like they actually like an empire. They have to conquer different places and stuffs. And you can watch this video, I haven't finished it myself, called Down the Rabbit Hole. There's one about Eve, and there's also Eve Online YouTube channel that you can check out more about like the fanfest, and there's interviews in there. There's game developers and the team that is behind the game basically, and you can see everyone just so passionate about the game. Is really fascinating. I think this event changed my view about like gaming industry and like the players in the game and how games actually work. I did hear that Eve Online as a game itself is quite distinct compared to other video games. I think that's also why it lasts such a long time and actually have a history and what I want to do next, as I said, I would like to check out more about the code behind the game, and I would join the FanFest next year again in 2026, May 14th to 16th. And I can't wait to meet the friends again. And yeah, looking forward to it. It's really interesting to know like different people from all around the world. When I say all around the world, it is actually all around the world. I couldn't really imagine the scale, but it was so interesting and fascinating. And yes, that is all about today's video. Yeah, I just passionately talk about a game that I never played for a whole 10 minutes. If you find this video interesting, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share my video, and hopefully I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.